Welcome, everyone. Welcome into Purple LunaRose Tarot and Astrology. So, this is going to be the 2023 Twin Flame Energy Update for the month of May. We are going to look at some masculine and feminine energies, head, heart, and higher self. This is going to help us look to see what everyone is thinking, feeling, learning at this time. Guys, I will be offering some free readings at the end, messages from your person. So stick around, hang out with me, and we will do those at the end. First, I do want to do a couple announcements, give everyone some time to come in. We do have a special live tonight, guys, over on Twitch. It is going to be for Twitch only. So make sure to come over, hang out, join us. I'm going to do a pick a card, and it's going to be the Dreams You Share pick a card. So I'm really excited to do our first pick a card on Twitch only. We are on Facebook and YouTube right now. So we have split off. I know it's a little bit different. It's a little bit hard to get used to. I do have a schedule, guys. So I do want to share that schedule with you guys. Sundays and Wednesdays are going to be Twitch only nights, 8 p.m. at Central Daylight Time. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. we'll be back on YouTube and Facebook. Several of you guys have already came over to the Twitch platform, signed up. Several of you guys were new to Twitch. So I just want to say thank you so very much for following me over there. All right, so let's talk about the energies just a little bit. Let's see, Gemini girl, first one to come in. I know we're on a different time, guys. I was definitely trying to find a time to squeeze this one in. But I wanted to make sure we got it done before it got too late. We're already on the 10th of the month, and we did do the private reading at the beginning of the month, which I thought turned out pretty well. So I'm really excited to see how these energies have shifted since we did that particular reading. Right now, so we have a lot of Taurus energy right now, right? And next week we have a lot more Taurus energy. So it's like there's definitely some grounding energy for the twins, which is very beneficial. And I do feel like we're kind of all easing into it right now. And what I mean, like what we're easing into is our purpose or our soul's journey. I definitely wanted to call this particular live Getting Unhooked. And I definitely got like the whole fishing scheme in mind. Because I feel like it's kind of this energy where we're finally getting enough confirmation that we're able to break away in a very confident way. I feel like everyone is kind of noticing their triggers a little bit more. You're seeing them as lessons, and you're really kind of amazed with your growth. I know I am. A lot of us are feeling a lot of higher vibrational energies like joy and compassion. It really feels like we've kind of leveled up a little bit. It's almost like we've taken control of our triggers. And it's like these things can't really hurt us anymore. So if you feel that way too, you've definitely also leveled up. Let's see. So I'm going to do the collective reading first. And I'm going to start with Queen of the Moon. I know I forgot something. I knew it every time. Guys, PLR is now official Amazon affiliate. So if you see any cards that I used today and you want to take a closer look at them, you can check them out in the description box of this video. All right, so I'm going to use Queen of the Moon for the main energy of the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, and bridging energy. My ears started ringing. I wonder who came in. We're only on Facebook and YouTube right now, so I know it's a little bit different. I'm going to use the Energy Oracle for Head, Heart, Higher Self space. I haven't really decided. I haven't decided which tarot deck to use just yet. All right, let's jump into it. So let's start masculine energy first. Masculine energy first. So my ears started ringing strongly. So I imagine if you're following me, if my messages pull at your heartstrings, then you've been dealing with some ear ringing also. All right, so Queen of the Moon. Masculine energy. We have number 22, Wisdom. I do see the stack of books. So some of these masculine energies could actually be like gathering books, trying to gain some sort of knowledge. The labels, right? Trying to understand the labels, trying to put labels on what they've experienced. All right, let's look at feminine energy. Feminine energy next, please. So we have protection coming out 22 and 24. So 2224. That's pretty interesting, right? Protection just says that you're highly protected. I do feel like I'm strongly in my feminine energy. And remember, guys, I always say that when you're in this particular journey and you have a 3D counterpart, I definitely feel like you can swap back and forth those energies. But I feel like we've been strongly like set in our feminine energy. It seems like there's been some sort of shift, right? And it's like this shift has kind of given us the confidence to be in the feminine energy that we're supposed to be in, right? And it's given the masculine energy, like the confidence to be in their masculine energy. So it's very interesting to me that this is kind of happening right now, because I do feel like the swapping back and forth is happening a lot less, which is interesting, because I wonder, like, does that mean it's going to stop altogether? But protection, again, highly protected. So I feel like feminine energy right now, a lot of confirmation, a lot of synchronicities, and really just seeing that it's protected. And that kind of makes sense, because a lot of you that have been getting like readings in the Etsy shop, you've come into reunion, you've come into contact, you've had communications after long periods of no such thing, right? So it's definitely like at this point, there's been a lot of confirmation each and every day, and that can definitely give the feminine energy this energy of like being protected. Rufeta on Facebook. Hi, Rufeta. All right, let's look at the bridging energy. The bridging energy. So we have discernment. It's really weird because like right before I was getting ready for this reading, I felt super confident. I had it all wrote out. I was ready to go. I did have a different deck. I wanted to use Dreams of Gaia because it's, you know, Taurus, all this earth energy right now. And I thought that would be the perfect oracle to use. But it was like at the last minute, I couldn't find my book. And as soon as I hit the go live button, it was a test, right? Like, just do it, Rosa. Too late now. But I do feel like we're having these waves of fog, but the fog is clearing, right? Like, we went from having this period of everything was confusing all the time. We had no idea who was doing what or why, to now we kind of have this plan laid out. And it's, you know, we're kind of, I feel like the discernment now is, it's kind of like the pros and cons, whether we want to decide to do these things or not, is kind of the energy that I'm picking up. So 22, 24, and 10. And then on the bottom, you have number 8, the path. So I like the path in Queen of the Moon because it says that spirit is like lighting the path up for you. I'm just kind of like seeing, you know, the runway, the lights on the runway. And there's like arrows going in this direction. But see how she's kind of standing there with her arms crossed? It says that you're waiting to see if you want to, just, you know, you're trying to decide if you want to take this route, if this is the route that is for you. I do see the ladder on both masculine and bottom of the deck. I get this overall energy. It's interesting because this is actually a conversation that I just recently had in my own journey. And we were kind of talking about like when you're climbing the ladder, you gain momentum. And so when you know, get so far and you get so much momentum, you kind of use that, right? And you jump over to the higher ladder and you use that momentum to like keep going up the next ladder, right? So that's pretty interesting. I feel like that's kind of what's happening collectively. Hi, Diana. Oh my goodness. Juicy, big, sexy. I love it. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to clarify the main energies. I feel like they're pretty direct. I feel like we've been talking about the ascension lift for, what do you think, like a couple of weeks now. So the ladder is, again, not too surprising. But discernment being in the middle definitely kind of tells me like it's very possible we could feel like we've had this big boost in ascension, or like this big ascension lift. But, you know, sometimes it's like if we look back to where we were last week, remember those things that had us all baffled last week? You know what I mean? And it's like now those things aren't bothering us anymore. So it's like every time we kind of like level up, there's this new thing that we have to understand. There's this new information. It's like there's new fog, right? Oh, it's okay, Diana. Thank you so much. We just need to get it posted for sure. All right. I hope you can join me tonight for the pick a card. I really think you'd like Twitch. All right, so I'm going to start masculine energy first. Masculine energy first. And I'm looking at head, heart, and higher self. Head, heart, and higher self. All right, so it looks like in the head space, masculine energy is number 8 and has a decision to make. This is indecision. This card's really specific. It gives me that Little Red Riding Hood type of energy. So it's kind of like masculine could feel like there could be this, I almost said hunted, like this energy like they're being hunted, but not necessarily. It's almost like this energy of just being lost. Again, it's like discernment. It's like there's been such an ascension left that it's like now they're just trying to catch up in the physical. Like, what happened? What was this experience I just had? Why do I suddenly understand these things that I didn't understand last week, right? All right, let's look at the heart space. So we have storm warning coming out, and it's number 10. Look at that, 10, 10. How interesting, right? So in the heart space, storm warning, I do kind of get this energy of like a purification and a cleansing. Look how the storm is just wiping everything out. And for masculine energy, that's kind of what needs to happen. And I imagine it's kind of this turbulent too, because, you know, how I always say, when you stray so far from the path that your soul chose, it's like the alignment process can definitely be very challenging, right? All right, so let's look at higher self. So we have attachment coming out. I am getting a little bit of a reversal energy with that. See how she's taking the mask off? Now, she is still bound. There is a chain still attaching her to this wooden pole. And I picture this wooden pole like concreted into the ground, right? Like it's not going anywhere. But there is this energy of like wanting, I almost said wanting to escape. I shouldn't say that, but it's not wanting to escape. It's wanting to be able to see what's rightfully theirs. And I feel like everyone's kind of in that energy, right? Like we're kind of in this energy of we're seeing our worth. We're manifesting our abundance, right? And so it's like we want more. I definitely get the energy of like it's a darker card, so it's like coming out of the shadows. I feel like the higher self is telling masculine energy if they can just take the mask off. And it's interesting with wisdom as the masculine's current energy, because it's almost like the masculine has to gather all the information first. Hi, Jenna. All right, so I've decided to use Llewellyn Tarot for the masculine energy. It's giving me that brown, earthy tone. All right. So let's see if we can figure out what is the indecision. What is the indecision? So in the headspace, not able to choose, not able to decide. I always get a lot of fear with the indecision card in the energy oracle. It shows the little arrows like pointing which way to go. And I almost can like picture the person getting like a little bit down the path, but then the path gets really foggy and you can't see. So it's like, no, I'm not going that far. And look at that. Surprise, surprise. The Lovers comes out. I mean, are you really surprised? I'm not, right? So that's kind of the decision, right? And I felt that right away with wisdom and then attachment coming out. It's like I have to learn all this information before I'm even willing to accept the situation. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles says they're very focused. Masculine energy, very focused on the twin journey. And Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But Queen of Wands is like about having confidence, but it's also about compassion and kindness. And we're all kind of tapping into that compassion and kindness energy with the astrological cosmic influences that are happening. So not too surprised to see any of these energies coming out for indecision, but that is what they're trying to decide. And that is where the fear lies. All right, so let's look at storm warning. Jenna, it's so interesting you said that. I think you are I've lost count. It's probably the 12th. You're probably the 12th different person to say that to me today. So clearly, that's going to be a strong collective. And what's really interesting, it's even people that are in contact and having communication. So it's like, what? What? All right, so maybe that's what the storm warning and the heart space is, right? Let's see if we can find out. So the Two of Cups comes out, and the Two of Cups is a partnership. It is a soulmate energy. I just heard it's a very close friendship. We have the moon coming out, so strong emotions. There's definitely some fear. It's an illusion. And we have the Two of Pentacles, again, needing to choose, a lack energy, feeling like there's not enough of something. So what does that tell you guys? If I say that and we're looking at the masculine's heart space, and remember the heart space is where telepathy goes back and forth. The energy is sent from one heart chakra to the other, right? So it's like, if I tell you that this masculine has this storm warning in the heart space, and it's about this partnership, soulmate, the two givers, the moon coming out, that's definitely going to be the spanking from the Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse, right? So it's like the shadows came out and spanked the masculine energy, right? So if you're feeling that energy stronger today than, let's say, you were yesterday or the day before yesterday, then guess what? This is not your energy that you're feeling. This is the masculine's energy. And you're like, okay, Rosa, what do we do about that? We send them unconditional love. All right, let's look at attachment. We get busy with our own journey. That's what we do. I wish I could express to you all how much you working on your own journey helps your counterpart. I mean, I have like physical proof, you know what I mean, in my own journey, but it's like I can't show you that. I can't hold it in my hand and be like, look, if you just work on your path, this is what happens. All right, let's look at attachment. So this is higher self. Higher self is teaching divine masculine to take the mask off. Number 5, there's change. There's strong change. The Chariot comes out. 7 of Wands comes out. And Queen of Pentacles comes out. I know this is going to sound... I'm just going to spit it out this month, guys. We're just spitting it out. I heard the word prisoner. This could be a lot of things. This could be like prisoner of their own mind. Maybe like... maybe there's like some extra energies that they feel kind of hold them captive. The Chariot and the 7 of Wands coming out the Queen of Pentacles is like, it tells me that this person maybe controls finances or has something to do with like their money. That's going to be the Queen of Pentacles. So this is the energy that they're detaching from. So it's interesting because I, right away strongly just assumed that taking the mask off had to do with the feminine counterpart. But I got a feeling that taking the mask off has to do with an energy around them. All right. let's go over to the divine feminine energy. Star Luva, hello. All right, so while I got more of you guys in here, don't forget it is Wednesday night, so we are going to be over on Twitch, guys. I'm going to be doing a live pick a card tonight at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm in the U.S., guys, in Illinois, so that should help you coordinate. But I'm going to be doing the dreams that you share. The dreams that you share. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the pick a card tonight. Twin flame dreams especially have heightened just in the last lunar phase. Really, I guess since the 2 new moons, right? So yeah, I feel like this pick a card can definitely be pretty interesting. All right, I'm doing great, Star. Thank you. All right, so here it is, feminine energy. I did a 2023 forecast reading. It's May, right? But I went ahead and did January through April. And I told him that I was doing it so that he could see, like you could see that January through April is right. Then you got to have faith that May through December is going to be right, right? So if you feel like you're in your masculine energy and that reading, part of the reading resonated with you, then you'll know this is your feminine counterpart. And if you feel like you resonate more with the feminine energy, then you'll know that what I just read to you was the masculine counterpart. See? All right. Feminine energy, head, heart, and higher self space. All right, so patience comes out, and we can't deny it. It was definitely trying to come out in reverse. Done with the patience, right? The heart space, we have the broken heart coming out. Guys, Spencer is in the room with me, and he is still recovering. So he dreams extra loud these days, and I really try not to wake him up anymore. So I love you guys. All right. Higher self. Higher self. Rest and rejuvenation. All right, so you're mad. And higher self is like, you know what? You're going to have to calm down. You're going to have to calm down. But you're not at the end of some things. Feminine energy, you have 16. And I mean, it did try to come out in reverse. So it's almost like a 91, right? You have 9 broken heart. Ooh, just need to flip it out. That's what you're mad about. And that's what the message that you're sending through the heart space. Oh. That 9, 10. Oh, feminine. Okay. Now, I'm not doing that. There's no way. All right. So, rest and rejuvenation, higher self. I feel like that is going to be the lesson that you're learning in the month of May. It's like I've talked about that a little bit, like the triggers, the things that trigger us. It's like we're going within, we're overcoming those. Look how stoic he looks. Like nothing bothers him. You know what I mean? He's got his things together. On the bottom, we have man holding a coin. Man holding a coin speaks about worth. And normally I say it's about you learning about your self-worth, but it's not that. All right, so let's look at, it's going to be about the masculine energy, understanding the worth. It's going to be about of the feminine, right? Bottom of the deck, guys. Bottom of the deck tells you everything you need to know, really. All right, so let's look at patience. Patience was coming out in reverse. I'm going to use a different one. Let's use the Gilded Tarot. Let's see if we get any repeats. I do feel like we're all very strongly mirroring each other. And what does that mean? Does that mean that what's happening in your life is happening in their life? Yeah, sometimes, maybe. but not always. What it does mean is that the lesson you're learning right now, however challenging it is for you to learn it, it's that challenging for them to learn it too. Wow, new stuff, right? All right, let's look at that patience in the headspace. So divine feminine, just over it, over it. I should have used Queen of the Moon, or not Queen of the Moon, the Modern Witch's Tarot. It's got that card that says over it. But that's the energy I'm getting. Like, I see the clock. It's like divine timing. I never noticed this before, but there's like these red orange flares around the clock. It's almost like feminine energy wants to burn the clock. Just burn it down. Burn it down. No more patience. I just want to say feminine energy, if that's the case, then that means there's expectations, right? That means there's expectations. All right, so Ace of Swords comes out, new communication. Three of Pentacles comes out, but it did come out in reverse. Three of Pentacles is the card that says teamwork. So Divine Feminine, not only over it, not only wants new communication, new clarity, but it's like they're ready for this abundance to be here. They're ready for this Empress energy. Here's the holdup. I mean, I'm going to say this as nicely as possible. May has been a difficult month for us, let me say. But it's like the more you focus on this person instead of the work that's supposed to be done, the more the wedge just stays here, the more this seam doesn't mend. The more you focus on your journey and your path, the more you step into the Empress energy. And the only reason I know that is because we're using Triple Goddess Tarot, and the Three of Pentacles, he's by himself. Remember, it's teamwork. It's the people working together, and he's having to do the things by himself. You're tired of having to do the things by yourself. I can understand that. I feel like in my own journey, when I surrendered, that's part of the surrender. That's part of what you say, you know, I understand that this is what I'm doing, right? Like, all right, let's look at broken heart. All right, so Six of Wands is a victory, but there's no victory here. I mean, there is a victory, but you're not seeing it as a victory. So feminine energy is wanting to be noticed. It's notoriety. The Six of Wands says that this person rides in, they save the day. You've done something. You've done all the work is what it is. And they're just now like waking up going, what is all this? Where did these books come from? Oh, maybe I should read one. Okay. But I know I'm going to pay for that. But Six of Wands is like, you want someone to notice the effort that you've put in. You want someone to notice how much this broke your heart. You want someone to just notice, right? The star comes out, Aquarius energy. It's definitely bright hope for the future with Temperance, Sagittarius energy following right behind. And it's definitely a healing process. So that is what you're healing. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it. I know sometimes we see that broken heart and the tears are coming out the bottom and we're like, man, why am I still in this freaking mess? And I promise you, it's because you're not doing this. You're doing this. And you know this. Feminine energy, you know this already. You've ascended past this masculine energy. You already know. You've already done it. So what is this? It's like the tower. It's like the storm. It's like the backsliding. So now I'm questioning, are we like in our masculine energy? Like what? All right. Rest and rejuvenation. Higher self. Higher self. So this is where you're going to find the answers. You're not going to find them anywhere over here with this other person. They have their own questions. All right. So we have a death card coming out. Strong Scorpio energy. That is going to be all that Pluto. It is going to be all the death and rebirth. We just had that full moon last month. It's super powerful. I say last month because this is for May, but I'm just saying like it was, you know, a couple days ago. Queen of Wands comes out. It's about having confidence in yourself and your abilities. Having confidence that you can handle the transformation that's happening. And I love that the Ace of Wands comes out. Thank you, Spirit. It's destiny, it's fate, and it's like you're learning. And if you would just kind of surrender a little more, feminine, it's like you could step into this transformational energy, this confident energy where you just kind of see how she has her wand. You just manifest what you want because it is your destiny. It is what you're supposed to be doing the entire time. On the bottom, we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is, you know, that card that says you're walking away from something. But what are you walking away from? You know what you're walking away from? You're walking from doing the same thing over and over. And what you're walking towards is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is the partnership, guys. It's the equal effort. All right, let's pull some messages. That one was intense, right? All right. So I'm going to pull them out, and I should be able to tell you who the message is from. Remember, these can be from your counterpart's higher self. These can be things they've already said to you. That happens a lot. It comes out and says that, you know, people will come back and tell me, like, they just said that to me yesterday, or they just sent me that in a text. So collective energies for sure. All right. I can feel when you are sad. So that's going to be your feminine's higher self. I am so proud of you. Again, feminine higher self. Why did this happen to us? I feel like that's feminine to masculine. All right, let's see how many more wants to come out. I'm going to pull some guidance after this, guys, to wrap it up. I'm ready. Let's go. I do feel like that's going to be masculine to feminine. I'm having a hard time letting go. That's going to be masculine higher self. I hear messages in my dreams. Again, masculine to feminine. Ooh. All right. Last one. The intense energy in our connection scares me sometimes. I feel like that's both of you, right? That's going to be both of you. It's going to be both masculine to feminine and feminine to masculine. You changed my life forever is on the bottom. All right, let's close it out. And let's do the angels and ancestors. The protection card kind of tells me whenever I use the angels and ancestors cards, these were gifted to me by Diana. I always get this strong sense of protection. All right, guys, so closing it out. Full guidance from spirit for both masculine and feminine. All right, so we have the High Priestess coming out. Harness your mystic powers. We have the Stag coming out. Trust and thrive. And we have the Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. I feel like this is going to be masculine energy here. Harness your mystic powers, because masculine energy in a mass awakening, starting to learn they have spiritual abilities. I feel like feminine energy, that's what the protection card is going to be about. See all the red? There's definitely this energy of like, you already know what your powers are and it's time for you to use them. So I feel like that's why the ignite your passions is here. the Stag card, trust and thrive. I feel like that's what both people are doing right now. There's definitely been a shift, right? It's like now we're going to start doing things a different way. I kept talking about the old cycle that was ending, right? And it's like that cycle has ended. So now we're in this new cycle and we're kind of all just kind of tiptoeing around trying to figure out like what it is that, we're doing next, right? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. I hope that reading was helpful, guys. I am going to go ahead and offer. I see a few of you on Facebook. I see a few of you on YouTube. So let me know, guys, while I'm wrapping it up with the announcements. If anyone wants to do messages from your person, I will gladly pull some. I want to make sure you guys know that we're going to be doing the Twitch only. Pick a card, the dreams you share, guys. That's what we're going to be looking into tonight. So that's going to be 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, guys. So make sure to come over and join us. This is going to be our new schedule, guys. New schedule. So I'm going to be back Thursday. Thursday, I'm going to come back and we're going to do all 12 signs. All right, let me go check it really quickly. Gemini girl, absolutely. Oh, and thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out. I know it can be a little challenging when we're kind of last minute or at a different time, but I feel like it makes the readings a little bit better. Like, I don't know, a little more direct, I guess. I definitely kind of feel like we're in this energy of like waiting to see what the other is doing, and that frustrates me. You know what I mean? Especially me. I'm over here telling you guys all the time to focus on your journey. But I have noticed that other twin readers have, brought up the fact that it is this energy of kind of waiting to see like what's going to happen next. But again, it's like that could, I mean, like what we choose, the route we choose, like we shouldn't rely on an outcome from someone else. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it shouldn't be based on something that someone else does. Like we should choose that route regardless. But I do sense that we're at this little bit of a stagnant energy. Like we're kind of waiting to see what happens next. All right, Gemini girl, Jenna, absolutely. All right, Gemini girl. Just gonna pull as many ones to come out. I'm trying to send you a message in your dreams. You make me humble. I'm actually getting a little bit of a reversal with that, Gemini girl. It's almost like this person could be concerned. It could be an energy of like being concerned what other people think. I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with you, Gemini girl. I think it has to do with like their involvements or the energies around them. It says your energy feels forceful right now. It's easier for me to run. I feel like you got that one the other day. Keep pushing. We're almost there. And I doubt myself. All right, so the I doubt myself is pretty clear when this one came out a little bit reversed. It's like they think that maybe 1 minute for example, like I think I said this the other day, like they ask about you. Maybe they know someone, you have a mutual friend, something, and it's like they mention your name just to see like what happens when they do. And it's like maybe they stop doing it because like people are catching on that they're asking too many questions or they're asking about you specifically or something like that, right? I feel like they're doing that because the energy does feel very forceful. And if you resonate with that divine feminine energy, It's because you're feeling a little impatient, right? Like we've been waiting for a really long time. But I feel like the most important message, Gemini girl, is I'm trying to send you a message in your dreams. Gemini girl, make sure that you're writing your dreams down. All right. Spencer. All right, Jenna, this one's going to be for you. Thank you, Gemini girl. All right, Jenna, let's see. However many wants to come out. Jenna, are you feeling impatient? I feel like you're not necessarily feeling very impatient. It's almost like your energy feels a little more giving in to like divine timing. And not giving in, not like giving up, but just understanding there is divine timing. I'm trying to deal with my consequences. I want to work with you. I wish I knew how you really feel. What happens now? Your opinion of me matters. Why did this happen to us? I am grateful for our journey. I always dream about you. And we are both where we are supposed to be. Jenna, this one's sticking out to me really strongly. It's like all these messages want to come out. Definitely could be a lot of higher self messages. But it's like this is the one, and maybe this one too. What happens now? And we are both where we are supposed to be. I feel like this is going to be the sentencing. So I talked about that in the reading, right? Like the prisoner. That's that energy right there. It's almost like they feel they deserve some form of punishment, or they're supposed to go without something. All right, Jenna, I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, definitely participating. I appreciate you both so very, very much. Guys, if you haven't went over on Twitch yet, the link is going to be in the description box. I really hope to see all of you guys there, 8 p.m. Central Time tonight. I'm really excited about that super surprise pick a card. So yes, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jenna. I love you guys. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you, guys.